Hello everyone, my name is Visual Pine, and welcome back to West of Loathing. Now, my voice sounds a little off today. I'm feeling a little rough, got a little scratchiness in my throat. But I'm going to try to make it through this video. Off camera, I found something. It's potted meat, and it increased my muscle, mysticality, and moxie for 5 by the rest of the day. So, I was curious. Does this mean... Whoops, I don't want to go that far. To the old mission. Yay, more binoculars. I was wondering if that would get my stats high enough to finish these other 2 saints off. So let's go down here and do this real quick before we head over the mountains and follow the railroad. Yep, it will do what I think it does. You grunt. Geez, they really know how to build the heavy stone sarcophagus back in the day. You grunt and strain and force the heavy stone sarcophagus lid open. There's a skeleton inside. Holy crap! His bones are huge. Fortunately, he appears to be asleep. Wake him up. Oh, he is a mighty fellow, isn't he? Get the golem out of here. And this will do 35, and that'll do 25. So, 1 fava lava coming up. I'm curious. I love the dock. She made mincemeat out of St. Beefus. Alice surveys the scene and jolts a note down in a little notebook. Her eyes light up. Evidently, she's had an epiphany of some sort. She's become stronger. So let's go over here and insult the Pope. Saint Pope stands beatifically behind the day. He just keeps doing his Pope gestures, ignoring you. How can someone look so smug without having a face? You know, the longer you watch him, the more he gets on your nerves. You unleash a torrent of insults that would make a sailor blush, and a sailor's mother ashamed of a sailor. Saint Pope's eyes narrow. Looks like you finally managed to make him mad enough to fight you. Fight him, then. We're going to keep testing this theory that the dock is unstoppable when it comes to the undead. And she is. Awesome. So I've got the Pope's pelvis and the fake Pope hat. Coolio. Now what does... I assume... that's what I thought. The fake Pope hat did stuff. 2 armor, 2 moxie. Nothing for my lapel yet. St. Beefus's thigh. See... 9 to 11. And adds 2 muscle. That is really good. I'm just carrying her on a thigh bone. Don't mind me. Well, that's all the saints sorted out. So let's see what we get for this quest. So we're going to return the pelvis. You return a weirdly huge fingerboard towards reliquary. Sister Mary looks delighted. You recovered all the relics. Oh, praise be, thank you. I'm glad to have helped, sister. I must reward you for your efforts, though. We don't have much, but I can give you this old censer. We don't use it for any more because Sister Penelope is allergic to the incense. You got an item. Bright sensor, I assume bright. So, is that a weapon then? What's it do? Just straight up 3 mysticality? The filthy porcelain cow is still slightly better, I think. In fact, I don't know, and I probably should research whether or not more mysticality or straight spell damage is better. Alright, let's see here. I'm actually going to jump down to Dirtwater real quick. I keep keep thinking, yes, I'll take the dynamite. I keep remembering things that we did that affect other things. Like the fact that there should be a goblin in town now. Nope, all those lots are still available. Hum-de-dum-de-dum-dum. So if I were Mr. Goblin Mayor, I'd probably be in the saloon. And I do not see him, which is weird. Huh. See what the barkeep has to say. Hey, Lloyd. I heard you had something interesting back there. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Maybe it's my info's old. I found a note from some travelers that passed through here about 8 years ago. Oh, yeah. That was the previous bartender. He had a little trick he used to offer to show people. It's what got him fired eventually. That senator's wife wasn't amused. He rummages through under the bar for a minute, then blows the dust off a tiny piano, about 9 inches tall. Here you go. You can keep the piano, so long as you don't ask me about the trick. Oh, dear. Who's the old man by the piano? That's old Ellsbury. Tragic fella he is. He was a writer and a poet, came out west to sell his stories, but nobody were buying. Too weird, his stories. Fantastical-like. Too bad. I love that stuff. Well, it don't matter much now anyhow. He had to get normal work to make ends meet. Did passing well as a prospector. One day lost his mind in a mind. He what now? You know what I mean. He saw something. Something made him stop telling his weird tales. Made him stop talking nearly completely, come to that. He just stands there by the piano nowadays. It seems to calm him down. As long as he doesn't make any trouble, I don't mind him too much. Feel a little sorry for him, to be honest. See if he needs help. I play a piano. I thought the music sounded a little off. It's not supposed to sound like that. I'll see what I can do. Let's see if I can get Crazy Dude to talk to me. He takes helmet from you. It takes a moment to find his voice. It does. Long time ago. I don't suppose there was anything else. Where you found that? You mean this? That stuff could I? He cracks the bottle open and drinks deeply. After a few moments, his demeanor changes entirely. He looks like a man 20 years younger. Would you like to hear a story? Yes. Ellsbury tells you a tale of a man who finds a hidden staircase in a forgotten woodset plain inhabited by maniacal wizards. Something about that story. You really lost yourself in it. Thank you, Ellsbury. If you ever want to express your gratitude in a more tangible way, you know the trick. I know the trick? Yep, here you go. Yes, I'll hear a story. Ellsbury tells you a tale of a strange castle where ghostly insects live in harmony with the immortal insects. Okay. Thank you, Ellsbury. So I can literally bring him the bottles and get 30 XP every time. Ellsbury tells you a tale about the dreamlike hellscape where feral children court and marry immortal children. Something about that story really lost you in it. Alright, so if I continue to bring that dude stuff, he will continue to give me a ton of XP. So let's do some stuff. Lava Fava needs 300 to go up any higher. Bean Golem needs 300. Let's get myself some blood beans. I forget what the Dickern does. Oh, right. What's the glamour do? There we go. Man, I haven't looked at any of this. Let's go whispering. Uncranny. Okay. Try to fix it. Requires a needle. Let it be for now. Oh. Run over to Mercantile real quick. Any needles, Mercantile? Nay. Alright. Well, I'll have to... You write a quick note to Rufus, let him know that you've been up to and that you're okay. That'll be, one of them prepaid ones. That'll be 0 meat then. Thanks. Alright, no mail for me. So let's check out the new railroad camp. Reboot Hill. That looks like a graveyard. Don't worry, it's just paint. Let's see here. What do we got? Nothing. Nothing. Alright, up in here. A ghostly kid with flowers. Or girl. Woman. You see the ghost of an elderly woman holding flowers. She seems lost and depressed, above and beyond what's expected for a ghost. Howdy, ma'am. Is there something I can help you with? Oh, it's awful. I can't remember. I can't remember at all. Let's start at the beginning, okay? Well, you see, I had 4 daughters. They married 4 brothers, the Smith boys. After that, they each had 5 daughters of their own. Unfortunately, I outlived every one of the 24 of them. You know you're a ghost, right? Oh, yes. In fact, I died here in this graveyard, where they're all buried. I came to visit them, and I suppose my poor old heart finally gave out. That's not the problem, though. 95 years is a pretty good run, after all. So what'd you forget? I brought this bouquet of flowers to put on my favorite granddaughter's grave, but I can't remember which of them was my favorite. I'm so ashamed, and I can't bear to leave them until I've remembered. I see. Well, maybe I can help figure that out. Oh, thank you. I'd appreciate that very much. No problem, ma'am. Can you remember anything about your granddaughter? Well, I'm quite certain her first name ended in a vowel. Anything else? I remember I was 40 when she was born. Oh no, 37. Or was it 42? It must have been somewhere in that range at least. Okay, so give me 1 minute. I'm gonna write some of this down. First name ends in a vowel. In a vowel. There we go. And our ghost was either 40 or 37 to 42. So there's a 5-year span the child was born. Anything else? Her first name was longer than her last, just like mine. First longer than last. I remember she wasn't buried next to any of the daughters. Any of my daughters. Alright, anything else? Passed at the same age as poor Becky, who was always ill to them. Same age as Becky. Okay. Her favorite hobby was knitting. She knit me a lovely sweater for Crimbo just the year before she died. And that's all I can remember. And knitting. Alright. Let me think just a moment. I think I know who she was. Hold on. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so she died the same age as Becky. So Becky was 16 when she died. Lilith Smith was 17 or 37. Leslie Smith was 19. Penultimate Becky Smith. Wait, which Becky? Becky's 24. Pearl Smith. Pamela Smith. Penelope Smith. Patricia Smith. First Becky Smith. Oh, there's a lot of Beckys. And there's a lot of graves. Eh? Undercover coffin was apparently delivered by mail, because it still has the address printed on it. Either that or it was a joke about somebody going to Hellstorm Ranch after they die. Magdalene Smith, Melissa Smith, Mezzo Becky Smith. Oh no. I want to say it's Pamela Smith. Okay, that's little Becky Smith. Give me just a second, folks. I'm gonna do this, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and I'm gonna take a shot at it. Okay, so I gotta come back and try it again tomorrow. Well, darn. Plot 2. Shank Weems. Oh, let's go back to plot 1. Because while I came over here looking for clues, dug up a couple things, and found these guys. It's gonna do... Nah, that ain't worth it. Oh dear. This might hurt a little bit. Glad I got the dock around. Oh, these are gonna hurt. Well, that bean didn't last now, did it? How bad's that gonna hurt? Oh, that hurts. Now the good news is, looks like these two just increase stats. So... Oops. Well, darn. Are we right? We are right. Good. And this is why Alice is the best. What do I have here? A sweet sword. Ah, what do we do? Oh, yes. Now we're talking. Alright, folks. Before I go too much deeper in here, I think this is probably a good place to stop the episode for today. If you're enjoying this series, please leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel and would like to stick around to see all the other series that have going on and be notified when they're coming out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You can also follow me on Twitter. A link to that will be down in the description below. I hope to see you for another video, and if I do, well, I'll see you then. Have a good one, everybody.